focus of our research is three key strands. One is around entrepreneurship, the second is around new migration, and the third is around employment relations. So we know that our cities, in terms of superdiversity, are changing rapidly. What we don't know, though, as much about is how new migration is affecting self-employment and entrepreneurship. So the strands of work that we're focusing on is to explore the aspirations of new migrants in relation to self-employment. Secondly, to try and understand the networks and the niches that they operate in. And thirdly, to try and understand the social relation and the employment relations that exist within those firms. I think there are three key strands of IRiS's work that are very, very important to the work that we're doing. Firstly, it's its national and international reach. So secondly, it's its interdisciplinary nature, so we can draw from research that's in health, education, social policy, because all of those impact on entrepreneurship and self-employment as well. And thirdly, IRiS's work helps us to inform the world of practitioners and businesses. So for me, it's about praxis. It's how research informs policy, but also how work of policymakers informs the research that we're undertaking. And I think IRiS is very well positioned as being, cutting edge in that respect. I think two key ones that we're, currently focusing on is the role of new migrants in the economy and the economic activities that they're undertaking. Secondly, around the informal economy, because we know very little about the activities that they undertake. We don't know the types of employments that they enter and how self-employment might sit alongside that. And that feeds really importantly to IRiS's work, particularly around the policy, foresight and practice strand of work. The second one is around multilingualism. How is language and new cities and leadership being advocated as part of this whole process of superdiversity? Two key strands, both funded by economic social research councils. So the first is the ESRC Centre, which colleagues and I are working on around new migrant businesses, which is mapping out where are they, particularly within our cities. So we're doing some researchers and a large-scale study to try and find out where do they exist, what type of work are they undertaking, and how does that inform the informal economy. And that will feed into policy work that we're doing about understanding new migrant labour. The second area is a research project which is being headed up by Education and IRiS, and again that's a national project which is drawing from partners across the region and also international partners, and that's looking at multilingualism and the way that language in its everyday activities gets played out within new migrant businesses.